I don't know who need to hear this, but it seems like Black Lives Matter, except to Black people. I have a trans biological sister, and I see what she goes through on a day to day with hate that she receives from our family and hate that she deals from strangers just for her to live in her truth and be who she truly wants to be. Why does that bother people? Even today, like, we have a family friend that bluntly told my mom that she loves us, but we can never come over and visit her house just because of how my sister chooses to present herself, because it would make her husband uncomfortable. And she can't choose between the love between her family, us, and her husband. So she would rather not even open up that can at all. And that just blew my fucking mind. One thing that I have noticed about the hate that my sister and I both receive the most is people who look like us, people who are Black, African American women, African American men. They are the ones who are the most hateful. Whenever I see something trans inspired on social media, I look in the comments, all this hate, and it's always coming from our fucking people. Why is that? And why do we promote Black Lives Matter and we need to be united against everything else when we don't even show up for ourselves? Like, and what I'm trying to say is, if you are Black, stop screaming Black Lives Matter if you do not care about every single type of Black life. Our ancestors were treated differently just because of the way they were and what they look like and how they chose to perceive themselves. There was nothing that they can do to help that. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, we all can bleach our skin. We all can do things to kind of fit into what is accepted by society, right? But we don't. We rebel against it. We love our Black skin. We love who we are. We love our culture. Why can't trans lives, why can't gay people love who they are and live in the same type of truth, whatever their soul desires? Why does everyone think that that's a choice? Why is it a choice to be trans? Why is it a choice to be gay? Why would we choose to live a more difficult life for no fucking reason? And yeah, even though back in the day our ancestors couldn't really bleach their skin, right, or really blend in with white people, they could have submitted, though, is what I'm getting at. They could have completely indulged in the white culture. Some of us have. But we chose to rebel. We chose to still live in our culture. There were still Black gatherings and people who protested, people who still lived the Black culture underground at night, out the way of white people or the cops or legal systems during that time. They still chose to live in their truth, even though it was a harder life to live. That's what we currently are dealing with in the LGBT community, and it's our own people slapping us in the face. We all have ancestors who have went through this, and we have lost so many lives because of this. Here y'all are, modern day, giving off that same fucking energy that those racist white people have our ancestors, the same energy that have killed so many of us, that same type of hatred that has nothing to do with them at hand, how somebody else chooses to live, and how somebody else looks like, how somebody else is. But they make it their own mission because of why? If somebody wants to be trans, why does that bother you? Why can't we love our family because they don't accept somebody and what they do with their bodies? That doesn't make any sense. How are you any fucking better than those racist ass people that have killed our grandparents, our great. And check this out too. Nobody's perfect. We all are human. We all are attracted to certain things. Some of us want to go after those certain things. Not every time that somebody from the LGBT community hits on you or tries you, it doesn't always have to end in a tragedy. You know, it's a human reaction. We're human, you know, and nobody is perfect. Do I say that it's right? No, I don't think that there's nobody's intention to antagonize anybody, but we're all human beings. Call me crazy, but I don't think that just because somebody admires you and decides to display that they're worth being assaulted. I don't think they're worth dying. I don't think that they're worth being humiliated. I don't think any of that. Black men want to sit here and cry the blues when they get arrested or they go to jail unlawfully or they get locked up for no fucking reason and complain about the system and complain about how racism is still in this country and you ain't do nothing wrong and it's not fair and stuff like that. But then to be the same ones that be free and then killing a trans girl or mocking a trans woman or mocking a gay boy because it's different than them. That shit doesn't make sense, baby. That's karma. Okay? We're acting no better than. We need to do better. Black women, get out your fucking head. Take the weave off and let your scalp breathe. Okay? Not trans women aren't trying to take a woman's spots. They are simply just trying to be who their soul feels like they are, where they feel comfortable, being who they really want to be. That is it. That is all. It's the same ones that are kicking these same kids out. How you birth a child and because they're gay or they're trans, you turn your back on them in this crazy ass world. It's those same women. Let it go. Let go of that hurt. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Stop putting your insecurity on others. If all Black people actually just stick together, you don't understand how much stronger we would be I just wish that people understand that. Put your ego aside, put your insecurities, put your trauma aside, because you're not bigger than the program, okay? We all look the same. We all bleed the same. Let it go. Have peace. Be God's children like everybody wants to be, and flaunt religion on the LGBT community and accept all. It's not your job to judge. But everybody wants to do nothing but be hateful and judge and then say that it's God. This isn't the God way. You're not the spokesperson for God. Okay? God said love all his children. Love everybody. Don't judge nobody. It's not your job. Being hateful to people is ugly. That's devilish. I think that everybody who is religious and believes in God kind of all see God the same way, with a lot of grace, extremely holy. He really isn't showing his hand, like he's not really an aggressive spirit. He is not a judgmental spirit. I think if God came down today and he see a trans right in front of him, what do you think that he's going to act like? Do you think he's going to act like y'all? Ask yourself that. At the end of the day, African Americans' mission have always been to always be equal. Martin Luther King and all the great leaders before him have always advocated for us all being equal. Okay, let's not stop it within our own community. Let's not treat people less than. Let's practice what we preach in 2026. I love you all.